President Muhammadu Buhari virtually foreclosed the restructuring of Nigeria on Saturday when he said there was nothing to restructure. And again, those who are discussing restructuring, my question is, what are you going to restructure? If you ask many Nigerians what they are going to restructure, you'll find out that they have nothing to talk about. Some of them have not even studied the 1999 Constitution. The 1999 Constitution is almost 70 to 80% of the 1979 Constitution. Buhari said this during the launch of Kudirat Abiola Sagbon Gari Zaria Peace Foundation, which took place at Ahmedu Bello University Hotels, Zaria. Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, SMBLF, comprising Afenifere Ohanieze Indigbo and Middle Belt Forum, have been at the forefront of the campaign for the restructuring of the country. In a communique issued at a meeting they had last week, they restated their demand for Nigeria's restructuring. They opposed the ongoing review of the 1999 Constitution as amended, demanding a brand new constitution produced by the people themselves, represented by the Executive Secretary, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, Alhaji Mohammed Bello Shehu. At the Zaria event, the president explained that for peace to reign in any society, people must be involved actively. It's okay to demand for restructuring, renewal of constitution, but what is most important now is how can Nigeria state make local government functional? How can Nigerian states make judiciary independent? Rather, we seek Nigerians to focus on putting pressure on National Assembly members to make sure that the autonomy as enshrined in our constitution is respected and implemented, he said. If that were to be done, some of these issues like insecurity, you'll find a situation where local government chairmen, in collaboration with traditional rulers, will form a chain of communication to figure out what is really happening. So these are the things I expect those calling for agitation to do. And I also said the majority of those calling for restructuring are people that are so afraid to go into partisan politics. And even if they were to go into partisan politics, they will not win. There's no government in the world that will cede their authority to the people that are not elected. You are telling us to resolve a system and call for an obscure conference to come and discuss how we can move forward as a nation. That can never be done, and no country will agree to that. So those who are doing that should go back and meet their representatives in the House of Assembly and ask for whatever amendment of constitution. Due process should be followed. The other issue is that those who are calling for restructuring and conference on what they call ethnic nationality, if you go to Southern Kaduna, Taraba, who is to represent them? We have different combination of ethnicity in many states. Even Kano and Kaduna, Igbo have properties. The same goes with Yoruba. There are Fulani in Port Harcourt. So those calling for whether separation or restructuring, some of them, I would say they are very naive or even mischievously dangerous. Those agitating for restructuring are ignorant of war and its consequences because Nigeria is a dominant force in West Africa. My appeal to each and everyone here is to try and educate their children. We are better as a nation. There is no way we can be separated. Separation of the country will not help matters. Governor Nasi Ahmed El-Rufai, who was represented at the occasion by the State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Shehu Usman Mohammed, said Nigeria has grown beyond separation. While urging Nigerians to live together, the governor said those calling for separation should come back to their senses because Nigerians are now in every part of the country. The guest lecturer, Professor Mohammed Tuko, spoke on the ways out to end crisis among divergent citizens of Nigeria. Inasmuch as we want peace to reign amongst us, we must tolerate one another and respect our various norms and values, he said. Toku said mutual understanding and intertribal marriage would also play significant roles in the promotion of peace among citizens, adding that there must be a policy to revamp the economy and review the nation's security structure. So this all started by President Muhammadu Buhari stating that those calling for restructuring are naive and they are all dangerous. This one is quite interesting. The country is not in a good shape, it's in a bad shape, and we are looking at that this is the only way out to get out of this mess that we are in. But we can see very well that Buhari is bent. He's not ready for any restructuring whatsoever. Even the constitution review that has been ongoing in the 6 geopolitical zones, he's not even, he doesn't have any intention to see that the constitution is amended. One of the concerns that have been raised is that this constitution we're living by right now was a constitution that was put together by some military men, majorly Fulanis, majorly Northerners, and all of those, the things in the constitution are the things that favor them because they put this constitution together. So the country itself is a fraud. This constitution has to be amended. Buhari doesn't want to amend constitution. He doesn't want restructuring. Well, this has raised a lot of reactions. Nigerians are reacting right now and speaking about Buhari's recent statement that those calling for restructuring, they are naive and they are also dangerous. Someone states here that Buhari with name calling, if you say he is naive or what he said the other day, forgetful, he will come for us for hate speech or something. So soon forget he and his party used restructuring as a campaign issue in 2015. At that time, it was not naivety. There is God. This man is stating that when Buhari was contesting during his campaigning period in 2015, he put restructuring in front, that was what he was going to do immediately. Right now, he's giving names to those who are calling for this same restructuring, saying that they are dangerous and they are naive. Well, another one says that how do you expect those benefiting from the current fraudulent system to restructure it? They would like to perpetuate this domination that is to their advantage forever. Very correct. So these guys are all benefiting from the fraudulent constitution. How the constitution is not really working in the benefit of the whole country. They won't see, there's no reason why they should amend it, because at the end of the day, they don't want it to favor the masses. They don't want Nigerians to reap the dividends of democracy. About a week ago, we celebrated a Democracy Day. But let's ask ourselves this question. Truly, are we really in a democratic period? Are we living in democracy? Is our government, do they have anything to show as being as examples of democracy? Nigerians are not even reaping the dividends of democracy. They want to shut us out. They don't want freedom of speech. They are taking it away from the people. And we're talking about democracy. Well, President Muhammad Buhari, we all know where he's heading towards and what his game plan is. At the end of the day, is they are all benefiting from this faulty constitution and this restructuring that they don't want to dive into. That is the reason they are all kicking against it and calling names, and they've turned into the name calling. Well, guys, let's hear your thought down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.